Hey, it's Warrior Grapevine, and today we are going to be playing A Warrior's Life by Ragged Flight. This is another generator associated with Perchance, but it's programmed to be kind of like a game similar to ClanGen. However, there isn't any pictures compared to ClanGen, and you're following a singular cat's life, making decisions for that cat, and basically interacting with that world in text form. This game is being pretty actively worked on, and at the time I'm talking, the game was just updated 2 days ago. I'm not sure where else you can find Ragged Flight, but I have the game linked in the description below. I will admit that I've already played through this game and recorded the entire process of playing it. It's a pretty fun game, but some things get a little bit repetitive as your cat gets older, and I'll specifically blame that on the fact that this game is still being actively worked on. I still think it's worth a chance. Please give it a chance, especially if you want to support this game as it's being worked on and helping the creator out with some ideas or input on this game. I also want to point out that I recorded my gameplay back on February 10th of 2023, so maybe some of the things I recorded gameplay wise are a little bit outdated. Now onto the video. I'm first going to be talking and drawing the character and their family that I generated. The cat I generated is Bramblekit of Mole Clan. Bramblekit is helpful and intense. Bramblekit is a short-furred little cat with a powerful build. He's also a calico cat with green eyes and smells like honey. He starts off with the high points in herb knowledge, teaching skills, and happiness. Bramblekit's mother is Splash Puddle, and Bramblekit has a brother called Kit. Bramblekit at this age is often picking flowers in the main clearing and generally seeing what he can get up to, whether that's getting in trouble for being in the warrior's den or learning from the older apprentices. There wasn't a description of Bramblekit's mother or brother and later on his father either, so I guess a little on what they looked like based on Bramblekit. Bramblekit is a calico cat, and according to some genetics, that means both his parents would have been orange cats. I don't know how true that is, but I decided to use, I basically decided to use the same generator as the one I use for my random generator warrior cats. So basically my Fog Clan videos. And I just kept looking around until I could find cats that had ginger fur for Splash Puddle. And then for Kit, I decided to go for a cream and orange cat, because sometimes orange cats just make cream colored cats. But that's as far as I'm going to go into real life cat genetics, just because I don't know that much about it. This is the infographic that I came across in my research, so please just take that with a grain of salt. Splash Puddle is Bramblekit's mother, and the other cats in this clan tend to insult her a lot, and I feel like that wouldn't sit right with Bramblekit, who he comes to her defense, but Bramblekit is a little kitty, so I don't think they take them that seriously. Splash Puddle doesn't tell Bramblekit who his father is for quite a while. I'm guessing the two just aren't mates anymore, and that's why she doesn't even want her kids to know who the father is. Splash Puddle also loves to tell her two kids stories about Mole Clan and the cats before them. I also noticed that Bramblekit doesn't really play with his brother Kit that often, and later on the two disagree with each other a little bit, so I'm guessing that the two just don't get along, and perhaps Kit tends to be a little bit jealous of his brother and what opportunities Bramblekit stumbles into later on in the gameplay. Kit does have a crush on Stormkit, so I like to imagine that later on the two might have a thing going on. At this point, the game doesn't have a description of the other kids in the nursery either. Maybe Stormkit is also siblings with Beachkit, who is also mentioned at some point around the same time. Bramblekit quickly makes friends with a Tom named Larkkit and plays often with Rustkit as well. He also tends to go into the medicine den to learn a few things from their medicine cat Wheatclaw, and I'm going to go ahead and say that there will be quite a few medicine cats Bramblekit interacts with. For some reason, the medicine cats just kept dying while I was playing. The current leader of Mole Clan is Robinstar, who is a non-binary cat. The deputy is Gleaming Grass, who's a she-cat. The season is summer, and the clan believes in Star Clan. There are 3 other clans, and Mole Clan is admired among them. I've already basically described the first 6 moons of life for Bramblekit and let the gameplay go on in the background, but now Bramblekit has turned into Bramblepaw. Bramblepaw is mentored by Hollowfrost, who is a tomcat. They don't describe who Larkpaw and Heronpaw are apprenticed to, but they were also made into apprentices by Robinstar. Alright, Bramblepaw doesn't get along that well with his stricter mentor, who makes him train at night. So he turns to his mother, Splashpuddle, for advice. I decided that Bramblepaw needed a few more skills in hunting and fighting, so I mostly tended to pick those options for training. I didn't realize until much later on that when you go hunting in the walk around tab, the prey you catch can be handed out to whoever you want to in the actions tab, so please bear that in mind while you play the game yourself. I also decided that Bramblepaw wouldn't really be that interested in the kitty pet houses part, but I did have him explore there a couple of times just to see what dialogue or actions could happen. I didn't want to accidentally make Bramblepaw into a kitty pet. At this time in life, apparently Heronpaw is now being bullied, and I'm not sure if it was related to when cats were insulting their mother's Splashpuddle, so I'm guessing the other cats also bully Bramblepaw a little bit too. Unfortunately for Bramblepaw, eventually this leads to Heronpaw not taking his brother standing up for him that well. Heronpaw starts insulting him, and the two just aren't getting along. Heronpaw is a little bit of a bully. I imagine he does that so that he can fit in better, but Bramblepaw doesn't really take it that well and stands up to his brother. He does have Larkpaw around to make dawn patrols just a little bit better, and Splashpuddle is very proud of Bramblepaw when he wins a race against the other apprentices. I decided our final picture will be of Bramblepaw touching noses to his mentor Hollowfrost, because in the next episode, Bramblepaw becomes a warrior. Again, I largely used a generator to decide what Hollowfrost's appearance is like, since at the time the generator just gave a description of the character you play as is like. I actually really enjoyed how it came out, but I did make some minor adjustments based on my preference. Honestly, this drawing is much more simple than the other one I did in this video, but it works for what it is, if that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of Warrior's Life. I hope you also give this game a chance sometime, and I'll see you next time.